So we are talking about AtmaKarka today. And as you know, AtmaKarka is yourself. One. Number two, AtmaKarka is also what you are going to give others, to teach others, and what the world is going to learn from you. Whoever coming in front of you, that's what they are learning from you. Hey everyone, welcome back. So for today's video, I'm going to talk about AtmaKarka and what planet is your AtmaKarka and what does it represent to you, and also what you are going to teach others and what the world will perceive you as who you are. So let's go for the topic of today. So AtmaKarka. AtmaKarka, as you know, the first thing is yourself. The second one is what you are going to give others and what the world is going to receive from you, what the world is going to learn from you, and what is their perception about you. That is your AtmaKarka. So we are going through the planets, and also just a reminder, sometimes if you have your AtmaKarka with any conjunction or with any other planets, aspects, everything affects. So this is just solely about your planet and what AtmaKarka represents and what you are going to give to the world and who you are yourself. So now Jupiter as your AtmaKarka. So another thing about Jupiter is Jupiter also the biggest planet in the solar system, and it can also represent major energy of Jupiter, even though it's debilitated because it is your AtmaKarka. So when you have Jupiter as your AtmaKarka, first thing, just like tap yourself and be like, I'm blessed, even though it's not in a very much well position. Jupiter always helps. Jupiter's nature is, even though it is in a bad placement, it will still somehow helps you because Jupiter is naturally beneficial planet, and Jupiter, the Brihaspati, he is always willing to give that good things, even though whatever terrible placement that you have your Jupiter in your chart. So Jupiter as AtmaKarka, obviously the first thing that you are born with is your wisdom, the way that you are perceiving things is always good rather than bad, and you also someone who have that sense of knowledge. You are using that knowledge in a good way. Unless something is affecting or some planet is affecting, most of the time you will see that Mahadasha is happening, that Antradasha is happening. That's when that planet will overrule Jupiter. That's when you will see the bad things or bad aspects, whatever it is, you will see the energy of it is coming or affecting your life. But overall, Jupiter always gives that things in your life. And another thing with Jupiter is people will always perceive you as someone who have that beyond the outlook of life, such as people always, the first impression or the first look about you, people perceive you as someone, this person is more than their look, this person is more than they speak, this person is someone more than whatever they are showing to the world. And it is true, it is who you are. Unless Mercury is with Venus or Venus is aspecting or Sun is aspecting, then it can show you are someone who can be very much interested into showing off. I don't want to sound in a bad way, but showing off as in you are someone who love to share your knowledge, share your resources. You are someone who love to motivate people, as in, if you study well, you will get the job. You know, the classical way, it is actually Jupiter. And then the next thing is, okay, I earn this after I struggle, after I study this, after I continue, after I am very disciplined. That's why I achieved this. This is how actually Jupiter can act. More than Saturn, more than Venus is actually Jupiter. So here, Jupiter can represent that, okay, I got this book and I read this book. It just enhanced my mind. So now I want to show off to the world. I want everyone to know this because this book is the best. I want people to read it. So you can have that type of energy as well, which can irritate others or which can perceive as fanatic or someone who is very stubborn. Jupiter can be stubborn. So can represent that. So whenever people perceive you and you are giving your guidance, your knowledge, especially without they asking you, this energy, this situation can be happening in your life. For example, this is type of energy that you love to share knowledge, you are telling people, and then that person will be like, they will listen to you, but deep down they will be like, well, I don't know, I'm not even interested with this type of stuff, I'm not even interested to know all of this, I'm not even interested into these books, I don't want to read about it. But you will be very enthusiastic, very much excited to go and spread your knowledge and whatnot. So here Jupiter's boundaries that I would say is whenever you're sharing your knowledge, especially Jupiter in Jupiter sign, which is 9, number 9 is 9th house, or in the 8th house, more than 9th house, it is actually 8th house Jupiter, or you have Jupiter sign in the 8th house, even though wherever he is placed, then make sure you are not oversharing your knowledge, and especially Pisces, because Pisces is also ruled by Jupiter, and I would say the 12th house, if you have Jupiter. Whenever you're sharing your knowledge, make sure you are not overdoing it or sharing it to the people who don't have interest, or expecting people to have the same interest with you, because most of the time it's not. For example, I'm posting this video. This is an astrology video, and those who are watching me, like you are watching me because you have interest in astrology. I have interest in astrology, and I am sharing knowledge to you. So whenever I am sharing the knowledge, my thought is, I just give this knowledge. Whoever want to take it, take it. My job is only to share my knowledge. My job is to give the knowledge. As a teacher, I am here to give the knowledge. This is how I am. This is how I thought. So I am not like, oh, no matter what, you have to listen to me. You have to understand this. No. So whoever is resonating with my content, they are watching my video. If not, it's okay. Swipe up, go. Nobody is like forcing you. So Jupiter as AtmaKarka can represent that perhaps in your early life you are learning all of this, but in your later life, most of the time you will see after the first, second return, you can see the differences. Jupiter also matures at the age of 16 or 24. I think 16, yeah, somewhere between that. So, and then you will see by the age of 30 and then 33, these are the age Jupiter can be really, really have that maturity that will come up, and you will realize that not everyone have that same understanding as yours. And this thing also represents whenever you're giving the knowledge to others, make sure you have boundaries. Don't let the people cross your boundaries. Whenever they are crossing your boundaries, they are stepping you down, and don't let people to have that sense of overwhelming. You don't want to do that. So whenever that person is not really listening to you, you say it once, enough. If that person is not listening to you, well, that's their karma. Let them do it. They will learn their own way. They will learn their lessons by themselves. So your job is just, if someone is coming and asking you for guidance, then give it. If no, that's okay. Just let it be. So this is how Jupiter's astro AtmaKarka can help. And Jupiter, always whenever you are, look at what time did you born. If you born in the morning and Jupiter is as your AtmaKarka, every morning or every time after you freshen up, before you going to work or before you are stepping up to do whatever that you want to do, make sure have that prayer. What I mean is you can listen to mantras, beach mantras of Jupiter, going to help you a lot. And or if you're born at night and Jupiter is your AtmaKarka, before you sleep, make sure you are listening or chanting beach mantras, or say that thankfulness, like thank you to Brihaspati, because Brihaspati is the guru of Devas. So his energy is very strong. So whenever you are seeing that, like go to him and asking for any knowledge, any wisdom that you want, any kind of blessings, then definitely chant the mantras before you sleep, and then do like a certain small prayer, something that you can set up by yourself. Sometimes ritual is what we set up. You want to just chant the mantras once and then you sleep. So that is a ritual for you. Perhaps it doesn't work for others. You don't need to follow what others are doing. Just create your own ritual in doing it. As long you are like go down and then be that gratefulness you have, and you are going to use that knowledge in a good way, it's fine. So obviously Jupiter is going to bless you. And another thing about Jupiter, one thing I forgot to say is Jupiter is one of the planets that is not very easy to please. Jupiter here, it is a Saturn. Even though you are doing a very bad work, you are earning some illegal money, Saturn will be like, okay, fine, your karma is coming later, but whatever you are earning now, you will enjoy it. That is what Saturn is. Saturn is called as malefic. Like literally, he's malefic. So sometimes you can see people who, doing some bad work, and then they still living finely, but they have their karmas coming up. But Jupiter is not like that. Jupiter is the planet, even though it's debilitated in a bad position, you will see Jupiter. He will not bless people if they are doing something wrong and trying to go through or trying to please Jupiter. He will not be pleased. Jupiter is the Lord that moral values, and then you have to be really, really dedicated, you have to be really devoted, and you have to be in the right path, or else Jupiter will be like, I'm not going to give you that. I'm going to give you more struggle or more realignment, like different chaos is coming, whatever it is. So Jupiter have that. So be very careful with Jupiter. That's just one thing I have seen about Jupiter. But overall, if you're in a good thing, you want to do good thing, you have that optimistic, or you have that sense of kindness within yourself, most of the time Jupiter definitely blesses with as Jupiter as your AtmaKarka. So that's for Jupiter's AtmaKarka.